Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite actresses, especially from the 70s and 80s and even early 90s, and that is Teri Garr. I grew up watching her and her movies, and she's one of my favorite actresses from that time. And she's been in some classic movies, which I will be discussing here shortly. But she retired from acting in 2011. She passed away from complications of multiple sclerosis. And she passed away on October 29th of this year. She was 7 years and unfortunate. But let's get right into Teri Garr here. She's been in some classic movies. My personal favorite of hers is Mr. Mom from 1983, opposite Michael Keaton, Christopher Lloyd. It is a great movie about a mom who runs the house while her husband is working. When the husband loses the job, he becomes Mr. Mom and she goes to work. And it's just a funny movie. I absolutely love it. She has some classic lines in this movie, along with Michael Keaton. It's so quotable, and it's just one of my personal favorites. But as I said, she's been in a lot of great movies, starting with 1974's Young Frankenstein, where she plays Inga, and her opposite Gene Wilder and Madeline Kahn. Oh, this is just a stellar cast. Gene Wilder wrote this and collaborated with Mel Brooks. And this is while they were doing Blazing Saddles. Gene wanted to do this movie as well. And it is an all-time classic. If you haven't seen Young Frankenstein, I highly recommend you check it out. It is a great movie. Next up, 1977's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where she plays Ronnie Neary alongside Richard Dreyfuss. This is a great movie. I can't say enough about it. I don't really want to spoil these movies because I don't know if you guys have seen them or not, but I highly recommend this one as well. Phenomenal performances, especially by Richard Dreyfuss, and it's just a lot of fun. Next is 1982's Tootsie, where she plays Sandy Lester. And in this movie, this is when she started to notice symptoms of her multiple sclerosis. And it's unfortunate that it started that early, but she was able to manage it all this time, and she did a great job with it. She had a great team with her, and Tootsie is an all-time classic movie. And yeah, I highly recommend that one as well. Got a lot of great cameos in it as well. Next is 1983's The Sting 2. Now, The Sting 2 isn't quite as good as the original, but I still found it very entertaining, and I do recommend it. She plays Veronica in the movie. I recommend that one. And up next, 1983's Mr. Mom, which I've talked about. She plays Caroline Butler. Great movie. Check it out. Next, 1984's Firstborn, where she plays Wendy Livingston. She's a mom of teenage boys, and the oldest son is not a fan of her current boyfriend. And then in this movie, we have Robert Downey Jr. and Sarah Jessica Parker in smaller roles, but still nice to see them. And yeah, he becomes more and more obsessed about trying to get things on this boyfriend so he'd go away, because he doesn't have the same freedoms as he did before she started dating him. And yeah, he just flat out just doesn't like this dude. And the dude is a douche in this movie. And but it's a great movie. I recommend Firstborn. I think you guys really enjoy it. Next is 1989's Out Cold. Don't get confused with the early 2000s. Out Cold was Zach Galifianakis. And this one, she plays Sunny. And another one I recommend. Check it out from 1989, Out Cold. 1992, we have Mom and Dad Save the World. She plays Marge Nelson. This is an underrated comedy. You have John Lovitz in this movie. He's the bad guy. But the characters that he plays along with his guards are just so stupid, but it's so funny. It's clever, and it's just a lot of fun. Very underrated. 1992's Mom and Dad Save the World. In 1994, we have Dumb and Dumber. She plays Helen Swanson. This is a smaller role, but I love her in it, especially the conversation he has with Harry Dunn, where they're talking about the owls and everything. Yeah, that's one of the favorite moments with her in the movie. And too bad she didn't have a bigger role in that one, but still worth the watch. Next is 1996's Michael. She's the judge in this movie. She doesn't have a big role, but I love her presence. And she plays Judge Newberg in this movie. Michael is John Travolta, where he plays an angel. And yeah, John Travolta is great in this movie. Underrated, in my opinion. And then 2005, she did Aloha Scooby-Doo, where she voiced Molly Quinn. I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo, and yeah, that's another one I recommend if you're into Scooby-Doo. So, I still have a lot more movies of hers to watch, especially some of her earlier work, even earlier than 1974. But I absolutely loved watching her when I was growing up. And like I said, Mr. Mom will forever be my favorite. And like I said, it's so quotable. It's a lot of fun. So rest in peace to Teri Garr. And check out those movies. You will not be disappointed. And as for me, I'm going to try and find more of her movies so I can watch and review them for you guys. But gone too soon. I know she lived to be 79, but damn, all the good ones are going, and it just sucks. But rest in peace. God bless. God bless to her family, her friends, and may she rest in peace. Thank you guys for watching.